Hey everyone, Thyworm here, bringing you a solo self-found guide for farming uniques. It is based on strategies used by content creators like Zizaran, but tailored towards solo self-found and some of my own preferences. If you're in solo self-found and you need that one unique for the next build, this strategy is going to greatly reduce the farming time required for that unique. It depends, of course, on the rarity of the unique, but under normal circumstances, a unique helmet like Wilma's Requital, an item used a lot in ballista builds, can still take a while to drop. Employ this strategy, however, and you will drop so much loot that you will find an item like this significantly faster. The same is true for attribute stackers using Instrumentus to give you just an idea. These maps drop so much unique loot that you will get that collection completed in no time, and you may even get lucky and drop a few tier 1 and tier 0 uniques too. This strategy doesn't really have any prerequisites, apart from having a decent build, as it can get pretty wild with all those rogues, and of course you need the Scarabs. The idea of this strategy is that we get a bunch of unique monsters in the map and then take a Scarab that has all those unique monsters drop a unique item. There are many ways to get unique monsters in your maps by either spawning map bosses or adding Allflames with unique monsters. The most reliable way, however, is spawning a bunch of rogues. For Scarabs, I'm using a combination of regular Anarchy Scarabs of Gigantification, and Anarchy Scarabs of Partnership. All three of these add a bunch of rogues to your maps, either directly or via Gigantification, which turns one rogue into multiple smaller ones of the same type, or by doubling them using that other Scarab. The main reason for using a mix is because you won't have enough Scarabs otherwise. It is solo self-found after all. Whatever you do though, your last Scarab must be the Reliquary Scarab of Overlords, which makes unique monsters drop one additional unique item. Rogues are unique monsters, making it rain unique loot. These are the rarest of the 4 Scarabs that we're using, but as we favor Reliquary Scarabs, we get a good amount of these. I didn't manage to get enough to completely self-sustain this strategy, so I would advise you to run some other strategies and favor the same Scarabs. In the map device, you of course choose Anarchy, adding more rogues to the map. Let's talk about the Atlas passive tree and the choices I made. In terms of the Atlas passive tree, we're taking the rogue nodes, at least most of them. I skipped Royal Guard as the 20% currency and 20% appearance of 2 more rogues takes a lot of travel nodes, and I felt it wasn't worth it. We're not in trade, we care much less about currency from rogues. Instead, I blocked most Scarabs, so we only drop the good stuff. On top of this, we're taking ritual nodes because there's great synergy between ritual and rogues. We're making sure we spawn 4 rituals all the time using occult devotion. As you kill rogues in the map inside a ritual and you activate the ritual, all of the rogues respawn, even the giant ones. You can kill them all over again for more uniques, and it is truly a work of art, these juiced up rogue rituals. I take minor nodes in Nico, strongboxes and shrines to make the character a little bit stronger. It isn't the end of the world if you die, just make sure that you don't die in those rituals, as that loses you a lot of loot. Strongboxes are particularly good because they can trap rogues and other unique monsters which spawn if you open the strongbox. With the extra nodes in the strongboxes, you can reopen strongboxes time and time again, making more unique monsters spawn. I personally wouldn't run this strategy without ritual, even though you really don't always get that many rogues trapped in a ritual. Still, when you do, you easily double or triple the number of rogues in the map, and that's very hard to beat with the investments that we're doing into ritual. We're only spending a few points really. Apart from getting the 4 guaranteed rituals, I feel it's not required to further specialize in ritual. Ritual is one of those mechanics that works without much investment, and in solo self-found you will always get something useful out of it. We are taking the Seance and Unrelenting Torment combination, making all the possessed monsters, which include rogues, thanks to Exiled Will, have 30% more quantity. That is a decent multiplier. Significant throws, the Scarab node, makes unique monsters drop Scarabs, so there is great synergy there. I'm running the Searing Exarch influence. You can run either of Worlds 2 if you prefer. Reason for doing this is that the altars that you're getting and the buffs from those altars synergize very well with our strategy. Rogues drop Scarabs and uniques, and altars provide a chance to duplicate those. Furthermore, the altars drop a lot of raw currency, like Chaos Orbs, which helps us sustain in Solar Self-Found. In order to sustain all of this, you do need Scarabs, of course, so I am taking most Scarab nodes in the tree. I'm specifically favoring the Scarabs I use most, and if possible I'm blocking the Scarabs that I don't want. There are nodes I'm simply not taking, and those are about increasing map modifier effect. It does increase the map juice, but also makes maps very rippy, which I find not enjoyable and not necessary. For playing Solar Self-Found, there's no need to make copious amounts of divine orbs. It's just about having a good time and playing the game. If a good time includes juicing to the extreme for you, be my guest, take these nodes. But for me, it is not required. With these Atlas passive trees, it can already get pretty insane. For Allflames, if you get a good quantity mod, throw a Rogue Exile Allflame on that if it's a high density monster pack and you're going to have a field day. Unfortunately, since the latest patch, this Allflame has been nerfed. You only get one Rogue and previously you got 2 to 4, but still, it's worth it. Other good Allflames are those that add uniques to the map, so those are the Gemling packs, the Omen packs, the Guarded by Unique bosses after all. The Breach and the Karui Splinter pack, all of those are great. I'm ending this video with a few pro tips. 1. Don't be afraid to use the Allflames. Just throw them in, use them, it is Solar Self-Found, you're having fun, and you may end up using all those Breach Stones and Omens and whatever you're getting one day. Maybe I'll find even a use for it and post a video with another strategy. 2. Remember to use the Scarab vendor recipe. You can trade any 3 Scarabs for a new one, a new random one. It's incredibly useful in Solar Self-Found. And 3. Regarding the maps that you're rolling, this rogue strategy works incredibly well with high map quantity and map rarity, so the 8 mod corrupted maps, or even the tier 17 maps if you can run those. I'm saving those maps specifically for this strategy. Also, there is an amazing synergy with Vaal Temple, as those are strong boxes and they re-trigger and have more rogues in them. It is a blast. Save those maps for this strategy, you're not going to regret it. Overall, this strategy guarantees massive dopamine hits and it's just amazing to run. Make sure you start filtering out the uniques you don't need anymore. I'm running a very strict filter at this point, you have to, I feel. It's just a fun and great strategy to get that bunch of extra uniques, build enabling gear like the Wilma's Requital or a Corpse Walker or Lion Eyes Vision. These drop often with this strategy. From time to time you get much more rare loot like a Taste of Hate. I hope you try out this strategy, let me know what you think. Also, let me know if you have any suggestions. Subscribe and like for more ARPG and PoE guides. Thanks for watching and making it to the end. Love you all, see you soon, bye bye.